Hello students, today we shall discuss the last part of the chapter, that is Lumber Room chapter 8. Okay, Nicholas sat for many golden minutes revolving the possibilities of the scene. He has inclined to think that the man and his dogs were in a tight corner. So he was just going on thinking what he was seeing on the picture which is hanged on the wall. You remember the previous class we have discussed this about the picture. What was the picture we saw? A man and the dog, a hunter. Okay, and also he was planning to kill the stag, and the two wolves were coming to attack him. So he was going on thinking over that picture. But there were other objects of delights and interest claiming his instant attention. There were quaint twisted candlesticks in the shape of sun, in the shape of snakes. So he was also looking the other materials which was in that lumber room. What all things he saw? A twisted candlesticks. It looks like a snake. And a teapot fashioned like a china duck. He also saw a teapot fashioned like a china duck. How dull and shapeless the nursery teapot seemed in comparison. And there was a curved sandalwood box packed tight with aromatic cotton wool. Aromatic cotton wool means a fragrant cotton wool, which was packed there. A sandalwood box was packed. Okay, so sandalwood box also was, and the smell was aromatic smell. The fragrance was coming from there. And between the layers of cotton wool were little brass figures, hump-necked wolves, and peacocks and goblins, delightful to see and to handle it. So he saw varieties of things in that room. Okay, hump-necked wolves and peacock and goblins, delightful to see and to handle. So he touched and saw everything. It was delightful to see the things. Less promising in appearance was a large square book with plain black covers. Nicholas peeped into it, and behold, it was full of colored pictures of birds. After that, what did Nicholas see there? He saw a square book. It was a plain square book and covered with the plain black covers. And Nicholas peeped. Nicholas looked into that. What was in that? It was full of colored birds. And such birds in a garden and in the lane when he went for a walk. And some of the birds which he saw there, he had seen when he went for a walk in the garden. So such some birds for him, it was very familiar birds. Okay. Nicholas came across a few birds on which the largest were an occasional magpie or woodpie. Here were herons and bustards, kites, toucans, ibises, golden peahens, a whole portrait gallery of underdreamed coloring of mud-brain duck and assigning a life history of it. So he saw so many birds in that books. It was very surprising for him too. It was a very brightening his eyes. And what happened then? The voice of his aunt shouting his name came from the gooseberry garden outside. She had grown suspicious at his long disappearance and had leapt to the conclusion that he had climbed over the wall. She was now engaged in an energetic and rather hopeless search for him among the artichokes and gooseberry cane. So meanwhile, what did the aunt do? Nicholas was busy seeing the pictures of the birds and the picture which is hanged on the wall in the lumber room. He was enjoying there. And meanwhile, what did the aunt do? Finally, he found a square book with the black covers. He peeped into it and found varieties of birds, and he was enjoying the scenery there. Some of the birds he was very much familiar that he used to see in the gooseberry garden when he went for a walk. As he was busy in watching those pictures, suddenly he heard whose voice? Suddenly he heard the ant voice calling out his name. His aunt became a bit suspicious when she didn't see Nicholas for a long time. She thought that he might have climbed the wall and came into the gooseberry garden. She was very suspicious. She thought that the Nicholas might have been climbed up the gooseberry garden. So she gave a hopeless search among the raspberry canes, and she called out his name and asked him to come out of the hiding place. So what I told that I thought that he was hiding in the garden, under the behind the bushes of the raspberry garden, and she told that if you are hiding it inside the garden or behind the trees, please come out of the garden. Okay, now it was the first time in 20 years that someone has smiled in that lumber room. So, but who was smiling in sitting in the lumber room? The Nicholas was smiling by the ant's call. So he was smiling. So after nobody has entered in the lumber room. After it was probably at the first time after the 20 years. The ant didn't allow any children to enter the gooseberry garden. It was the first time the Nicholas entered in the gooseberry garden without the permission of taking the key from the cupboard. Okay, so he entered and he smiled sitting in the lumber room. Presently, the angry repetition of Nicholas' name gave way to a shriek and a cry for somebody to come quickly. Nicholas shut the book, resorted it carefully to its place in a corner, and shook some dust from the neighboring pile of newspaper over it. Then he crept from the room, locked the door, and replaced the key exactly where he found it. His aunt was still calling his name when he slaughtered into the front garden. Who's calling? He asked. So what happened here? The ant was continuously calling his Nicholas' name. Okay. He continued that the angry voice that changed into a scream and cried for help. The ant was crying for help and calling out Nicholas' name. Nicholas closed the book and kept it back in its place. He was looking the birds, no? He found a book there and filled with the birds, picture of the birds, and he kept it back the book in its own place. Then he took a pile of newspaper, kept on it. Then he came out of the room quietly and locked the room and kept the key exactly where it was. Okay, and he moved out towards the garden where still his aunt was calling. So he moved out inside the garden, inside there on the garden, and his name, and shouted back, "Who is calling me?" Nicholas also responded to that aunt's call. He asked, "Who is calling me?" So what happened then? Nicholas asked the aunt, "Who is calling me?" "Me," came the answer from the other side of the wall. "Didn't you hear me? I have been looking for you in the gooseberry garden, and I have slipped it in the rain tank. Luckily there is no water in it, but the sides are slippery and I can't get it out. Fetch the little ladder from under the cherry tree." So what she told her? "It is me, your aunt is calling. So you did not hear how long I have been calling you. Okay, so I have looked for you in the gooseberry garden, and I am slipped into the rainwater tank. Luckily, there was no water. I am in the water tank inside the gooseberry garden. Please fetch the ladder and take me out of that. I was told I wasn't to go to the gooseberry garden, said Nicholas promptly. So what did Nicholas told? He is very clever boy. He told that my aunt has told that not to go to the gooseberry garden. So I am not supposed to enter the gooseberry garden. He knows that it is his aunt is calling, but he is pretending that somebody else. And he told that I am not supposed to enter the gooseberry garden. I told you not to, and now I tell you that you may come to the voice from the rain tank rather impatiently. Yes, I have told you not to, but now I am telling you can come inside and bring me, fetch the ladder and take me out of the this water tank. Your voice doesn't sound like ants, objected Nicholas. You may be the evil one, tempting me to be disobedient, and often tells me that the evil one tempts me and that I always yield. Yield means giving. This time I am not going to yield. So Nicholas, what he told, he knows that it is his aunt, but he pretends that he says that it doesn't seems that it is you are my aunt, it is somebody else. My aunt always tells me that you may be and often tells me that evil one tempt me, and I often falls into yield. I give up to the evil one, but this time I won't, and you are not my aunt. Don't talk nonsense, said the prisoner in the tank. Go and fetch the ladder. Again the aunt told that. Don't make a fool of me. It's your aunt. I am in the water tank. Please come and take me out of the tank. I am not the evil one. I am your aunt. But why are you refusing to come and take me out of the tank? Who told this? His aunt told. Will there be strawberry jam for tea? Asked Nicholas innocently. So what is he told? Instead of bringing the ladder, he told that is there be any strawberry during the evening time, jam for the tea? Certainly there will be, said the aunt, privately resolving that Nicholas would have none of it. So what did aunt told? Certainly you will get the jam for the tea time. He will be providing jam for the tea time. Surely I will give it to you. So you can go and fetch the ladder and take me out of the water tank. Okay, it's an interesting story. I am stopping right now, and you will be going through the chapter again and again, understanding it, reading out and finding out the difficult words and writing it down in your copy and learn the word meaning. Thank you students for listening.